for the Gulf War, exposing the rather scary potential of mail-order germ terrorism. Larry Wayne Harris is the author of this manual on bacteriological warfare, and yes, you can find it on the internet. He claims it's a guide to defending you and your family. In fact, just last year, this registered microbiologist had claimed to CNN's Impact show he was told by an Iraqi expatriate about Iraq's plans for germ warfare before his 1995 arrest.
I had finally come down to realizing that I needed to do a few more additional experiments.
What happened today is not a unique concern of New York or Las Vegas. Last April, Bnai brith in Washington got a scare when someone left a leaking package marked anthrax in its mailroom. 14 people were hosed down for decontamination.
We were very concerned about that. It turned out not to be that.
But the ADL says the nation has to be prepared for this new threat. I'm Mary Murphy, WB11 News at 10.
And there's more reason for concern tonight. The WB11 News at 10 has learned that a staggering amount of explosives have been stolen from a mining company in western Pennsylvania. Besides being afraid these materials are already in the wrong hands, federal law enforcement officials are looking at whether these explosives might have been intended for some Iraqi nationals who were already in the United States. Jonathan Dienst is here now with an exclusive report. Jonathan?
Jack, WB11 News has learned that there is a nationwide alert out tonight. Nearly 2,000 pounds of explosives stolen in Pennsylvania, and federal agents are working around the clock to track down those responsible. It is an investigation stretching from Pennsylvania to as far away as Louisiana. Here's why. More than 1,200 pounds of explosives were used by terrorists in the World Trade Center bombing. In Oklahoma City, more than 1,500 pounds of ammonium nitrate brought down the Murrah Federal Building. Now, in Clarion County, Pennsylvania, more explosives have been stolen from a coal company there than the amounts used in the Trade Center or Oklahoma City bombings. That, according to federal law enforcement sources who say the danger of the explosives stolen early this week is staggering. 900 pounds of ammonium nitrate, as much as 1,000 pounds of data gel, a plastic form of explosive, 13,000 feet of detonation cord, 5 Trojan primers, 70 non-electric blasting caps, 102 electric blasting caps.
That's an awful lot of explosive material that will, at some point, if put together properly, create one big bang. That's a big bomb.
It all disappeared from the C&K coal company in Clarion County, and experts say whoever stole it would need a large truck to get away. Making federal investigators more concerned is raw information they've obtained out of New Orleans. They stress in an unrelated incident, Iraqi nationals under surveillance there this week spoke of assets they've acquired in western Pennsylvania. Investigators insist no link whatsoever has been made between the New Orleans conversations and the theft of bomb-making materials in Pennsylvania, but they admit they can't rule anything out.
They may be related or they may be unrelated. Responsible law enforcement intelligence sources are obviously not going to ignore that conversation in light of the theft.
Officials are clearly concerned. Yesterday's conference with the Secretary of State, Defense Secretary, and National Security Advisor in Columbus, Ohio, is one example. Columbus is about 200 miles from Clarion County, and security officials in charge of the Ohio State event were warned about the theft of explosives. Extra metal detectors and K-9 units were brought in part because of the missing explosives. Investigators stress they do not know who stole the materials, and theories are many, and may include a competing mine company stealing the equipment, disgruntled employees, recent church burnings in Pennsylvania, or fear terrorist or right-wing groups now have their hands.
Find romance, marry me. Is it a yes?